Hey everyone, welcome to today's Explainer. I am so excited to have you here today because we're diving into something that literally touches every single one of our lives in the absolute best way possible. Yep, we're talking about friendship. It's one of those things that just brings so much color and heart into our everyday routines, right? Today we're going to break down exactly what friendship really means, the core values that make it totally unbreakable, and why we just love our best friends so much. So whether you're hanging out at school, chilling at home, or running around the playground, knowing this stuff is actually going to help you become an even better friend. Let's get into it.
Okay, let's dive into this. I want you to pause for just a second. Think about the special people in your life right now. When you hear the word friend, whose face instantly pops into your mind? Maybe it's someone you sit next to in class or, someone you play with every single weekend. But let's think a little deeper here. What actually makes them a true friend? Is it just that you guys like the exact same games? Or is there something invisible, something way stronger holding you together? Well, that is exactly the big question we're going to unpack today.
So, Section 1, the greatest gift, understanding true friendship.
Friendship is basically this amazing bond where someone stands by us in both the happy and the difficult times. I mean, it's pretty easy to be around when everything's fun and you're just celebrating, right? But a real friend, they're right there beside you when things get really tough too. And this bond doesn't just happen by magic. It's actually built on a super solid foundation of love, trust, honesty, kindness, and respect. A real friend accepts us exactly for who we are. They don't try to change us at all. They support our biggest dreams, and by doing all of that, they literally help us become better people.
Let's move to and see how this builds in Section 2, Core Values of Friendship, the building blocks.
I want you to think of a friendship like a really strong, beautiful house. These 7 pillars, well, they're your building materials. It all starts with trust and honesty. That means believing in each other, keeping your promises, and telling the truth, but doing it with kindness. Then you layer in respect and kindness, really valuing each other's differences and just helping out without expecting a single thing in return. Now, to weather the rough storms, you absolutely need loyalty and forgiveness. That's standing by each other through failures and, forgiving those inevitable mistakes we all make. And the roof holding the whole shebang together? Support. True friends encourage us to do our absolute best and never, ever give up. When you stack all these values together, you get a friendship that is strong, totally meaningful, and built to last.
Which brings us to Section 3, Celebrating My Best Friend, a special bond. All right, think about your absolute best friend right now. They're probably one of the most special people in your life, mostly because of the simple little things you do together. You laugh together, you learn together, and you just create these wonderful memories. A best friend always encourages you when you're feeling sad, and they are the very first ones to celebrate with you when you're happy. Because they're caring, honest, and trustworthy, you just know you can always count on them. You admire their helpful nature and that cheerful personality that just makes hanging out so incredibly enjoyable. Now, a really important thing to remember here is that, sure, we might have small disagreements sometimes. That is completely normal. Honestly, it happens to everyone. But because of everything we just talked about, the respect, the forgiveness, we always end up understanding each other and staying great friends.
And this brilliantly illustrates exactly what we've been talking about today. A true best friend is like a shining star. They make life brighter, happier, and more meaningful. Isn't that just a beautiful way to think about it? Just like a star lights up the pitch black sky, a best friend brings light into our lives on days that might feel just a little bit gloomy. Having someone like that in your corner is something to be incredibly grateful for. It's this incredibly special bond that you want to value, cherish, and just keep strong forever.
So, we've learned what friendship actually is, we've explored the 7 core values that build it up, and we've celebrated the incredible impact of having a best friend. Now, I want to leave you with this final thought. Knowing all this is great, but taking action? That's even better. So, how will you show your best friend you care today? Maybe it's just sharing a smile, maybe helping them with a task, or simply telling them how much you appreciate having that shining star in your life. Take the values we talked about today and actually put them into practice. Thank you so much for joining me on this explainer, and hey, go have a totally wonderful time being an amazing friend today.